Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my majestic universe, I am Tiger Height, and this is our review and highlights of the Southern Showdown. I almost said Super Showdown. Want to get that out of my mind forever. Southern Showdown, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Melbourne, Australia. I'm not going to do Sydney because this one was frustrating within of itself, and I have to get ready for the G1 that's coming up later. So without further ado, let's get into the first match of Michael Richards, Andrew Villalobos, and Mark Toy taking on Toa Henare, Nick Berry, and Shota Unimo. Unimo and Andrew start out. There was a great back and forth between these two. In come Toy and Berry. There was a good combo of strikes, but then it got stopped with a massive shoulder tackle. Michael gets the tag in and with a huge scoop slam. They isolate Berry at this point. Dropkick by Villalobos. Spinning back elbow for a 2. Backdrop countered into an enziguri. Unimo gets the tag and goes absolute ham on everybody. Great suplex for a 2. Boston Crab, but Richards got to the ropes. Big forearm exchange. Lariat to stop Unimo dead in his tracks. Villalobos and Henare get the tags. There was a fantastic butterfly suplex. There was the rampage tackle for what I believe is a 2. It looked like a 3, but they're going to say it's a 2, so we're going to go with it. Finally, the Uranagi for Henare, Unimo, and Berry to win. It was a match. It was a showcase of the dojo in New Zealand that is run by Bad Luck Fale. It was not a terrible match, but it was a match. That's why it was the opener. We're moving on. Andrew Solo taking on Slex. There was a great drop kick by Solo, but Slex answered that drop kick with a drop kick of his own. Backbreaker by Slex and a great suicide dive. Big neck breaker for a 2. Enziguri by Slex to get back into the match. Fantastic tornado DDT. Torture rack into a blue thunder bomb. Great spin, but it only got a 2 from it. Running shin kick by Solo. Delayed superplex for a 2. Top rope stomp for a 2. And finally, the Slexecution for the win. It was a fun match and a really good showcase for these two. They have a lot of experience in the Australian wrestling market, which I guess is a big market. It was a really fun match. We're moving on. Chaos, which was represented by Toru Yano and Yo, taking on Bullet Club, which was represented by Taichi Yoshimori and Gino Gambino. This was originally scheduled as a 6-person tag, but Sho could not make it due to him. I'm not sure if he missed the flight or couldn't get a flight or whatever, but they made best of what they got and made this a standard tag team match. Gambino and Yo start off, kind of. There was some fun comedy stuff between Gambino and Yo. Ishimori with a great head twist on Yo after the comedy stuff was over. Scoop slam for a 2. Yano pulls the hair of Ishimori down to get back into the match. Hot tag into Yo and him to go ham for a minute until Bullet Club stopped all momentum for him. Dragon Screw leg whip by Yo. A modified Northern Light suplex for a 2. German suplex into the ropes by Ishimori. Springboard spinning kick by Ishimori. Yano getting the tag in and takes off the buckle. Gino Gambino gets the other turnbuckle, which was pulled off earlier. They take a couple of shots to the head and then right to the face for Yano to fall and get hurt really bad. Senton and then a big splash for a 2. But finally, it was a low blow super kick and roll up combination for Chaos to win. This was a fun match. I like Gino Gambino a lot. He's very much like a much larger Toru Yano. It was just a really good match. I like this one. A lot of people don't like these comedy matches, but if it makes sense and it's, right here, middle of the card, it's good. I liked it. Another Chaos Bullet Club match, except it was Yoshihashi and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Yujiro Takahashi and Chase Owens. Bullet Club attack Chaos before the entrances are over. Chaos starting to get back into it at this point. Bullet Club isolate Hashi, getting back into the matchup after a little bit of flurry from Chaos. Facebuster sliding drop kick by Bullet Club. Ishii gets the tag in and goes ham on everybody. A fantastic German suplex to Chase Owens. Owens and Ishii go back and forth, just daring each other to hit one another. Fisherman Buster knee for the breakup. Big sequence of moves by all of the competitors. This match broke down at this point, but I was really getting into it. Huge lariat for a 2, but finally Ishii hit the Brain Buster for the win. Another great Chaos Bullet Club match. I really want to see Ishii taking on Chase Owens, hopefully for the never openweight belt. That would be awesome. Chase Owens really showed that this is going to be the next rivalry, and I'm really excited about that. A new fresh face in the openweight division is never a bad thing. Now on to our featured matches of the evening. First, El Phantasmo taking on Rocky Romero for the British Cruiserweight Champion. Phantasmo attacked Rocky Romero before the match started. There was a second rope Hurricane Rana and a suicide dive for Rocky to get back into the match. Phantasmo wanted a timeout, but he did not get it. Tree of Woe steps on the crotch by El Phantasmo, who's such a fantastic heel. Great stuff. Ending with just a boot right to the face as well. It was really brutal. Great lion salt for a 2. Suplex hanging Phantasmo on the ropes. There were kicks right to the shoulder a couple of times. Then went for the knee, but Phantasmo got out of the way. Phantasmo hit a very high moonsault and lands on his feet on the outside of the ring. Phantasmo walked in the rope spot, which is one of my favorite spots, but at the very end of it, he got crotched. Did not look fun. A fantastic coast to coast by Romero. This was a really, really good one, and this crowd popped big for this coast to coast. We got the forever clotheslines. Never a bad thing seeing forever clotheslines. Huge swinging neck breaker by Phantasmo for a 2. Tried to go for the CR2, but ended up in a roll-up tornado DDT into a Falcon Arrow, transitioned right into an armbar, but then that was transitioned into an ankle lock and then a roll-up. Holy crap, what a sequence. There was a tombstone countered into a pile driver, and all of a sudden, the video goes out. We saw nothing at this point. We did not see the ending of this match. When we came back, we were to the next match, which is Mikey Nichols and Juice Robinson taking on the Gorillas of Destiny for the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Nichols and Robinson getting the advantage on the Gorillas of Destiny as they start brawling into the crowd. The Gorillas of Destiny isolate Nichols at this point. Great slingshot senton by the Gorillas of Destiny. A nice DDT by Nichols to get back into the match. Tags in Robinson. And Robinson with the jabs going ham. Awesome stuff. Pulp Friction countered, but a kendo stick shot stopped all momentum for the challengers in this match. There was a running power slam for a 2. Roll through after a double back body drop for Nichols to get back into the matchup. An awesome spine buster and a sliding lariat for a 2. A cannonball by Robinson, and then they double team on, I believe, Tungaloa. Double face buster by the challengers for a 2. Jado with the distraction, but he eats the left hand of God. There was a stun gun on Robinson, and then it was a roll up with the tights pulled on Nichols for the Gorillas of Destiny to retain. This was not as good as the match before that set up this match, but it was still a lot of fun. I liked this match. It is what it is, I guess. For the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay taking on Robbie Eagles. Phantasmo is with Eagles for some reason, but he was instructed to go into the back. There was a great feeling out process between these two. There was a great exchange between these two at this point. Shoulder tackle spot between them. Ospreay won that tackle contest. Eagles hit a big drop kick on Will Ospreay to stop his momentum. There was a low bridge senton by Eagles. Snap mirror drop kick for a 2. There was a chop for Eagles to tumble out of the ring. Barricade springboard clothesline, but Ospreay, drive-by dropkick by Ospreay. A scoop slam and then a knee by Ospreay. Robbie Eagles got back into the matchup with a great tilt-whirl DDT. There was a great drive-by missed into a double foot stomp by Robbie Eagles. Leg wrapped around the steel post, and Ospreay's leg was a point of contention for a lot of this match. Dropkick to the knee, springboard style, and then a big clothesline to the back of the head. Clothesline to the back of the head again for a 2. There was a flip-through kick by Ospreay to get back into the match. Top rope 619 and Pip Pip Cheerio for a 2. There was a knee breaker, but answered with an enziguri. Step-up kick for a 2. There was a slapping match between them as Robbie Eagles was upside down and Ospreay was just sitting there. Really cool visual. This crowd was super into this match at this point. Corkscrew moonsault to the outside of the ring. An awesome Bloody Sunday for a 2. Robinson special, but Eagles hit the pulse drop. Phantasmo getting involved and Eagles takes advantage of the distraction. Super Hurricane Rana, but missed the 450 that followed right after that. Awesome hook kick. Super Isoclasm for a 2. Phantasmo had the junior heavyweight champion, but Eagles hit Phantasmo with a suicide dive. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. There was a lot of speculation that it wasn't. 450 splash and a turbo backpack transitioned into the knee bar. Ospreay's in pain. He got out of it, but then a super one where Robbie Eagles grabbed one of the arms of Ospreay, putting more pressure on the knee. It looked just awesome. Oscutter 2 times for Phantasmo to get involved after the pin attempt. Phantasmo attacking Ospreay at this point in the ring. Referee was pulled out of the ring and hurt. Phantasmo eats a nasty hook kick. Dragon suplex, but eats a clothesline right after. Flipping DDT for a 2. The ripcord hook kick and Stormbreaker countered for a 2. Reverse sliced bread into a DDT for a 2. That was a fucking awesome move. A standing Spanish fly for a 2. Right after that Spanish fly, there was a shooting star press for a 1 where Robbie Eagles, I think it was just a momentum, but finally it was Hidden Blade and the Stormbreaker for Ospreay to retain. Holy fuck, what a match. This was the match of the night. Hands down, should have been the main event. Calling it now. Eagles strikes Phantasmo in the face, essentially taking him out of Bullet Club and shaking hands with Ospreay. Awesome. Awesome finish. Should have been the main event. But let's go into the main event, I guess. Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Bad Luck Fale and Jay White. Fale and Okada start. Okada tried to do something, but Fale's power is just astronomical and way over everybody else in New Japan. White getting the tag in and Tanahashi getting the tag in as well. Side headlock spot with the drop down, which I thought was a really cool little spot there. Second rope crossbody by Tanahashi, some vintage Tanahashi. Tanahashi was taken to the floor by Jay White. Really terrible. It looked just never fun. Sunset flip countered into a sit out by Fale. Okada's chest collapsed into his body. It looked like it sucked. Takedown and snap in the leg of Tanahashi. California Dream on Tanahashi. Okada getting the tag and hitting Fale with a DDT. Looked really cool. He tags in Tanahashi for the entire game to shift for the baby faces. Dragon screw leg whip twice by Tanahashi destroying the leg of Jay White, some vintage cool stuff, multiple running chops on Tanahashi, but it did nothing. There was a facebuster and a German suplex after the chops to finally get Tanahashi down. Final cut for a 2, a Uranagi for a 2, Blade Runner but countered for the twist and shout. Bad Luck Fale getting back into the match with a huge shoulder tackle. There was a running crossbody into the corner and then a splash by Fale for a 2. Fale finally fell after a big running dropkick by Okada. Double team suplex onto Fale by the babyfaces. Tanahashi hitting a crossbody on Gato and Jay White. There was a top rope elbow drop by Okada. Discus Rainmaker. And then finally the Ripcord Rainmaker for Tanahashi and Okada to win. This was a great match, don't get me wrong, but this should have not have been the main event. It should have been Eagles and Ospreay. That was not every match on this card was pretty stellar. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on all of my social medias and become a patron. Link down below for a lot of cool extra content. And as always, be majestic.